game we're presenting today is called, I'm Khalid by the way, it's called Tree of Life. It's about the seedling that has control over powers of nature. So wherever he's going, he can grow grass. And this grass gives them the ability to spawn spikes out of the ground or clouds to blind enemies and stuff like that. The mode we're showing is a 4-player co-op mode. It's new. This is like the first time we're actually revealing it, and it's called Horde mode. Basically, you need to survive endless waves of enemy robots that are coming in to attack the nature point in the middle of the map. And you know, we made 4-player Unity networking. And Chris, you want to talk about that?
Hi, I'm Chris Barakian. I'm the lead networking engineer on all of this. So basically, when we started out, we wanted to make 4-player co-op part of the game. So we started designing like this multiplayer mode to show off and test the networking before we actually added it to the single player stuff. So we started looking at Unity networking, and we wanted to build a network manager system that could interface with the Unity networking no matter what kind of platform we were building towards. Because our final goal for this game is to actually be on PlayStation Vita, and so we're hoping when we get to that point, we can just take all our existing like infrastructure we built up and just swap out any kind of platform-specific code that will require into our game. So with that in mind, we started designing this network manager with like 3 layers of system, where the top layer is basically just interfaces that the game can send messages to, like create server, disconnect, all that kind of stuff. And then it wouldn't have to, and then as it went down, there would be a specific layer for handling all the networking code for whatever platform we're targeting. And so once that was built, we could actually start creating servers and connecting players to the game. And then from there, we had to start synchronizing game states, player states, enemies, all across the network. So each of these players is spawned on the network, and then each client has a copy of that player. And so their animations are synced, their positions are all dead reckoned across the network, and anything that happens to them, all the other clients should see. And then once we kind of got that built, we started sending that to the enemies. The enemies are also dead reckoned, so that each player can see kind of like as they're going across. And then, so basically, we just started building out that anything that needs to move across the network, we want the ability to dead reckon it, so its movement is consistent and smooth and not all jittery. So we kind of built that into our moving objects, kind of like class. So that's kind of what's there. And then like the other stuff, and for like synchronizing the game state, we use like remote procedure calls that are built in to the Unity networking, where we like whenever we see a state change or some kind of message received, we send that message across the network saying, okay, the server got this message, you guys should react accordingly. So like when those flowers get hit and die, they send a message across the network and say, okay, kill my flower. And so like the logic's all controlled on the server side, which is key. So like all the decisions for which thing the robot's going to attack, like what animation to play, that's all decided on the server. And then all we do is send across the network what position the robot should be going towards, and like what animation that she's playing, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, you get a good idea.
Yeah, so this is one of 2 modes we currently have in the game. We also have a story mode that is also fully playable in 4-player co-op.
Oh, will be. Yeah. We're gonna build. That's kind of our next goal. And so right now, this is only like this is like what we're considering like internet play, where we query a server for available. Like we query like this Unity master server that has a list of available servers for our game, and then we get that push back. Our next kind of step for this is we want to be able to do local area detection. So like when you start a local server, it'll broadcast the network through UDP packets, and you can pick that up. And so that's kind of our next phase for the networking system. But you can see all of.
How big's your team? 55 people.
They're not all working.
Yeah, the networking team is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Everyone raise your hand for standing